Tell me, how do you handle the guilt of your past? Tell me, how do you deal with the shame? And how can you smile when your heart is broken and filled with pain? Tell me, what do you do when you're giving your all and it seems like you can't make it through? You just stand and let God work it out for you. Good morning and welcome back to your spiritual sports segment on Rhema Gospel Radio. Better than when you heard it yesterday. I'm CJ. Here we go. Major League Baseball had 6 games in the American League as the New York Yankees was edged out by the Tampa Bay Rays by 1 run, 4-3, with the help from Mark Teixeira's era. The LA Angels shut out the Cleveland Indians 3-0 as Howard Kendrick homered. The Minnesota Twins defeated the Detroit Tigers 6-4 as the Twins put up 4 runs in the 4th that ultimately sealed the deal, while the Kansas City Royals literally spanked the Toronto Blue Jays 11-3 as Mike Moustakas belted a grand slam. The Boston Red Sox was blasted by the Oakland A's 6-1 with Josh Reddick's 19th homer of the season, and the Baltimore Orioles was wiped off the diamond 6-3 by the Seattle Mariners as Miguel Olivo homered. For your London Summer Olympic news, the country was waiting for a runoff showdown between Allyson Felix and Jeneba Tarmoh, but it wasn't meant to be as Tarmoh officially backed out of the runoff to give Felix a third-place nod and partially stated, quote, "I understand that with this decision I am no longer running the 100-meter dash in the Olympic Games and will be an alternate for the event. As an alternate, I understand that I will be asked to run if another 100-meter runner decides not to for personal reasons and or on the 4x100-meter relay," end quote. And Felix released a statement that she was disappointed and wanted to earn her spot and will now turn her focus to the Olympics. In my opinion, Tarmoh's quote that she understands that she's an alternate and will be asked to run if another 100-meter runner decides not to for personal reasons. That's pretty interesting because maybe there's a backroom deal for Felix or another runner to buy out at the last minute. Michael Phelps had a change of heart and will not compete in the 200-meter in the Olympics and will only compete in 7 events versus the 8 as he did in the 2008 Olympics. And finally, New Orleans Hornets rookie Anthony Davis, who was taken number 1 in last week's NBA draft, could be forced to withdraw from Team USA consideration after suffering a sprained ankle in a Hornets workout. For your NBA quick dribbles, there's a lot going on with free agency, as the biggest story is the Brooklyn Nets have come to terms with the Atlanta Hawks on a multiplayer trade that would land them all-star guard Joe Johnson in exchange for several players with expiring contracts and a protected first-round lottery pick, thus financially squeezing out Dwight Howard, whose trade wish list only included the Nets. But it is the framework of a deal, and players are not allowed to sign until July 11th. In addition, the Hawks also agreed in principle to trade forward Marvin Williams for Utah Jazz point guard Devin Harris. New York Knicks point guard Jeremy Lin has withdrawn from the USA men's select team that will train against the national team in Las Vegas from July 6th to July 11th, citing his status as a free agent. The Detroit Pacers has struck a verbal agreement to sign Ukrainian center Vyacheslav Krastov to a multi-year deal. And finally, free agent point guard Andre Miller agreed to re-sign with the Denver Nuggets on a 3-year deal. To have your company sponsor a sports segment, please email me at cj@cjsports.com for more information. To catch archives of your spiritual sports segment, log on to my brand new blog site, cjsports.com, and be sure to give me that follow on Twitter at cjsports. That's CEEJAY. And stay tuned for more updates on your next spiritual sports segment, where we sprinkle a little spirituality in your sports. I'm CJ. Be blessed and keep smiling because God has something special in store for you.